Well, thank you. We have a related development coming up next for our viewers. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz has called for an urgent tariff deal with the United States before the August 1st deadline. Speaking in Berlin, he warned that a 30% US tariff would deeply hurt Germany's export sector. Merz said he has held intensive talks with President Trump, EU chief von der Leyen and France's Macron. He stressed the need for a quick, simple agreement and admitted doubts over long-term US EU alignment. Merz urged Europe to become more self-reliant. Let's listen in to the German Chancellor.
Aber nicht vor dem 1. August. Und ich habe das über das Wochenende sowohl mit Macron wie mit Ursula von der Leyen, am Freitag mit dem amerikanischen Präsidenten, intensiv besprochen. Wir wollen diese Zeit jetzt nutzen, der 2,5 Wochen bis zum 1. August, um eine Lösung hinzubekommen. Und dafür engagiere ich mich wirklich intensiv. Die Verhandlungen waren schon ziemlich weit fortgeschritten. Das haben wir auch bei anderen Ländern gesehen. Kanada, China, es hat in vielen Fällen solche Briefe gegeben. Am Ende des Tages sind es auch Verhandlungspositionen gewesen. Und dann hat es meistens, nicht immer, aber meistens vernünftige Lösungen gegeben. Und für die setze ich mich auch für Europa ein.
We're once again joined by Daniel Boardman. Daniel, do you think a, quote, quick and simple deal is realistic before the August 1st deadline, given the complexity of transatlantic trade disputes?
Both yes and no.
Okay.
So I think yes, because Donald Trump must want some sort of deal for a deal's sake. That it depends on how you sell it. Can you sell something, and sort of band-aid it to go forward? But again, sort of dealing with the European Union is in itself a long bureaucratic process, as you're dealing with a sort of confederation of states that have agreed to certain terms, and then you come as an outside entity. So just changing any of that requires this consent of many different states at a time. So, like feasibly, like some large-scale, significant structural rearrangement of U.S.-European relations that can come up within a month unilaterally? No, that's not how the world works. But can you play deal or no deal with Donald Trump and say, okay, we want a quick super deal, and let him name the deal? I think that's, if we've learned anything, let him name the deal and call it, a super quick efficiency deal. And then you do the super quick efficiency deal. You shake hands and you say, oh, wow, like that was really super, really quick and really efficient. We now have better trade relations on dairy. He's mad at Canada over dairy. I'm mad at Canada over dairy. So, maybe you control the Canadians, which he seems to like to do by working on a dairy deal with the Europeans, right? You just let them sell cheese or something. Just let them sell cheese, or let them do a thing and then declare it a super whatever deal, and then just everyone kind of has to live with it. Yeah, that's something that could get done with Donald Trump, because again, he has all these different threats with all these different countries. He doesn't have the time and resources to dedicate to all of them naturally, right? At some point, you would want to make a deal. So this is the Trump world.
Daniel, sorry, apologies, we haven't got much time left. However, we originally saw the EU prepare retaliatory measures for these tariffs before they were postponed. We only saw this tit-for-tat tariff raise with China that happened previously. However, do you think now we're going to see that much more frequently, this tit-for-tat tariff policy? And what do you think the outcome will be, that if Donald Trump is going to have to deal with multiple retaliations at once?
Where Donald Trump's strategy can make sense in a pure one-on-one tit-for-tat market. So if Donald Trump had just, let's say, from our perspective as Canadians, just focused on Canada, and it was a Canada versus US thing, he could sort of threaten the maximum and then get us to sort of capitulate. But because it started, like, it's not an individual game, right? He's starting the same game publicly with every other country in the world simultaneously. So then the game is not just a one-on-one, like, yeah, Canada can't win a tit-for-tat versus America, right? It's America, right? And we're still, no one can actually do that. But can the world use a tit-for-tat? And you go, okay, if America doesn't have secure trade deals, like they have the UK, they got a trade deal which was, I think not as good as what it was before, but Trump did it. The quality of the trade deal doesn't seem to be important. It seems to be the branding. And then you have, Vietnam. So this is the thing. If he wants to go to the entire world at one time, then yes, tit for tat can teach him that fire is hot. He's not going to want to hurt the U.S. economy, because once the U.S. economy starts doing well, he's going to lose his base and his general support. So America would impoverish itself by starting a global trade war with everyone simultaneously all at once, which is the insane thing that they're threatening to do to save the world on trade. Again, I'm not Trump's trade advisor. There's different factions of the Republican Party, clearly. Some of them are more isolationist and protectionist, and this sort of populist base that is sort of just on the sort of vibes and likes the owning the libs. And then you have the old school, conservative, Reaganites who, believe in, who I guess it's like the J.D. Vance versus Marco Rubio type conservatives here. So the Marco Rubio type conservatives there is people in the Republican Party that definitely see, remember, can't bring in Javier Milei, the Prime Minister of Argentina, who's done the free trade thing, cut the government, free libertarian markets, massive economic growth. There is a part of the Republican Party that looks at the guy in Argentina and says, no, can we just do that, which is the exact opposite of what Donald Trump is doing right now. So there is a faction in the Republican Party that likes free trade and likes free markets and freedom in general. Can they win out over the own the libs, protectionists, time to take America back from the ghost of Barack Obama?
Yes. Daniel Boardman, thank you very much for joining us once again, and thank you for your insight on the programme.